Well, this is Julia's junk journal. First one I've ever made. That's upholstery material that I've saved. And inside here, the camera will go a bit wobbly because I've only got one hand to hold. This is a little booklet that I've made. I've reused some old tags at the centre, which may or may not focus. That's made with blind material from, there's a little note in there in a blue lace pocket, and again it's all on a blue theme because Julia likes blue. And there are a few witch references in there because she's one of the 3 witches. There's a little space there for a tag. Some handmade paper. This is commercially made rag paper, and I've also put some calendar bits and pieces in there. Tea dyed some of my own paper there, put little tags on, little stamps. It's on map paper. All the maps I've used in here are places that we've either been to together or that Julia has visited on her travels. We went to Brighton for the day when she lived in London. That's a tag on the back. And I've left all the bits of sewing in there so that, well, you can keep them or get rid of them. More tags. That I stamped with my own, probably my one and only pattern stamp. I wanted it to look a little bit bitty. This is seam binding at the top here, and this is again commercial rag paper that I bought while in India, and a bit of vintage music paper, which again I've stitched using different stitches. Some nice, I believe this is Turkish patterned paper, and a tag there that I think will probably be Julia's favourite. It's certainly one of mine. I love that pattern. And again, it's stitched to the edges as well. And more tea dyed paper. That's a Tibetan prayer flag in a nice blue. Julia likes bats. And another blue card there with a map of some of the islands she's visited. A bit more room for journaling space there, and some Franken paper on the back. This is some very, very vintage cushion trim that's quite faded. And Julie really likes alpines and sedums. So, then echeverias. So there we have some pictures of some. Like the way the heat has shown up some of the tea staining quite well. And I saw on YouTube somewhere how to, my arm's aching, I'm just changing over, how to pimp up a load of paper clips. This is a little bit of space under there. I'm not going to take it off because again with only one hand it's difficult to get them back on. And Ireland, where we went for a couple of weeks. And we also went up to the top end, to the islands, in and around this area. Quite a few years ago now. What tea dyed paper. This was actually a bag that had something in from Julia to me a long time ago. And again, I've just fiddled about with a sewing machine. I was really trying to see what I could do with the stitches, actually. More sewing paper. This is a bit of blinds from a folder that contained a load of blind samples. Again, more aged maps, aged by me. This was a postcard or a birthday card from a friend of mine, which again I just wedged in with a little paper clip there because it keeps falling about. Just stuck with a few blue papers and stickers and that on the edge there to strengthen it a little bit. This is the other side of that calendar picture. We've put the artist or photographer on there. They only seemed fair. backed with a bit of paper to write on. So these are the other side of all the papers now. More bats. This is a Moo card, business card from Claire Allen, who is one of Julia's favourite artists. Just backed on a bit of packaging that I've inked up a little bit. And the bats are probably the only thing I bought for this journal. But again, came from probably an observer's book of bats. Okay, there's some more of that paper there. Backed with card and a little bit of seam binding. This is a secret journaling area because that flattens down when the book's closed. You see I dried these on a radiator, can't you? Because the heat's left the impressions, but I really like that. And Julia and I both had an affinity with peanuts. So here's Woodstock. More little blue and green bits and pieces popped in there. This is old architect's paper. It's really hard to get that around here. And I butchered some bits and pieces from packaging to use as tabs. So it really is all junk, recycled and upcycled. And that's the kind of, probably the only kind of floral pattern that Julia might like. This was from an old doll's dress. Princess Soroya, I think she was called, when I was a kid. And when the dress dissolved, I saved the lace. Thought that'd be quite nice because again, it's blue. And there's the huffing puffing because we want to see the puffins at the Farne Islands. And another central area there. Oh, I did these little tags as well, just to hold the edge of the pamphlet stitch thread. I put those in because they're yellow, and hopefully Julia will laugh because she knows I hate yellow. But I do like lupins. Here's the other side of the huffing puffing. A few more different handmade papers. And this is just a miniature conversion chart. And I saw on YouTube somebody was doing pleated, roughly pleated seam binding and material on the edge of the cards, which I had a go at. Again, this is the first one I've ever done, so all these techniques are new to me, including the tea dyeing, which I'd like to get a bit better at. This is from the binder that had the blinds in, and I just put that on there because it was blue. I was going to put some beads on it, but I think that'd be too much. And I really like, I saw this on YouTube as well, making 2 pages into one big pocket. So hopefully Julia will find that there. I've even put this on as a bit of a clue. And more material I thought she might like, with some more journaling tags in there. With a little bit of a map, because she used to live in London. It's from an old invoice paper. And I've left some of the tuck spots and pockets empty, because that way obviously Julia can put bits and pieces in. And I have put instructions in how to use junk journals, because I didn't have a clue until I saw them on YouTube. So hopefully Julia will use it and not just sit it on the thing. I might do something with this because the tension went on my machine, you can probably see. So I might stick a little bit of fabric over that before I send it off today. Some more tags. Oh, this was the other thing that I bought as well. 10 of these tags, because it was quicker for me to buy them than make them because I didn't have the right card. I've only made 2 of these, so this was the first one I've made. Stuck a little batty on there. Might even make one for myself now I've had a go. This is an old birthday card, I think. Greetings card of some kind anyway. I thought she might like the artwork on it. And a tiny little tag. And I didn't want to waste any of the maps, so I've used it all over the place. Again, I like these little, almost like flags, aren't they? Again, that was from the binder sorry, blind binder. And I know she loves dragonflies, so, and nature generally. Just back that with some more rag paper. This is from one of the blinds. Again, I took that idea from Gibbet Neary to just go round and round and round. Some more, this is quite a heavy tag. Another one of those with lace on that one, and that's a piece of blind fabric again. Or blinds fabric, don't know how you say that. And this is the back of the card. Thought you'd appreciate that. Julia's a big fan of dogs. And this is the other end of the spectacle case. Or tags. Done the map from an area that she's visited. And at the back of the folder, sorry, the journal is tag spot, and this is one of the first places I visited with her. It was the Automata Museum in, I think it was Camden, it was somewhere in London anyway. And a bit more of the blinds fabric at the back with even the holes in where it was attached into the binder. So just a couple of finishing touches to do before I post it off today. Hope you enjoy it, Julia. I know I enjoyed making it, and it's helped me use up a bit more of my stash. Bye.